Hey guys, how's it going? Yes, here we are back again at the Express. Um, I'm over my cold now, and I got lots of work to do in that van. I gotta get it sold. Do I really want to do it right now? No. But I just drank a cup of coffee. I've been drinking more coffee these days than I ever have in my life. It's funny how that works. But so I'm kind of all caffeined up and ready to go. But before I get started on the van, I just wanted to make a video. And today I'm going to address um, mold in your van, how to prevent it, and kind of my thoughts on it. So there's a couple ways that you can prevent mold. One of the things I've done in this van, Ford Transit Connect, is to polyurethane all the wood, plywood, everything, all the wood, because mold's not going to grow in plastic, because it's not natural. At least I don't think so. I've never seen it grow in plastic. Um, Not easily anyway, not as easily. So that's one thing you can do is if you have any wood that's just like raw wood, make sure that it's treated with polyurethane. It's just like a liquid plastic coating. Um, Another thing you can do is make sure you have lots of ventilation. In my van, I've got a rain guard over that window. I'm going to put one up on this window. I have it. I just have to do it. And I'll show you right here. There's these holes in my roof right here. So yeah, here's the rain guard. Extreme close up. See, there's the glass. The plastic's beneath it. And right here, air holes where it's not closed off, so all the fresh air is going through there and out my roof vent. And I'm also going to underneath my seats. I'm gonna make. I'm probably gonna get some PCV pipe, like maybe 4-inch diameter, and have like 3 of them beside each other, and that way I can have my curtain down over top of the PVC pipe, and I'll have more airflow that way, and no one will be able to see in the van. So I'm gonna have airflow yet still have lots of privacy, and that to me it's critical to remove moisture out of the van, moist air out of the van, and you do that by having lots of ventilation. I haven't even hooked up my my Max Air fan yet. I haven't even tested it because I don't have the house battery in here yet. So I've been sick for the last 3 or 4 days, and I'm also trying to get a new job, which means I have a deadline I have to meet. That was very pressing to get a bunch of documents dealt with and sent off. So that's almost finished now. I'm just waiting for a couple of more references. And if that happens, if I get a new job, it's going to be pretty good. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, so it's been quite a while since I worked on the van. In fact, since probably Chuck was helping me with the water pump, it's been that long. So like a week or two. So I'm glad to get back at it today. So back to the topic on hand, that's mold. So I've seen a fair number of people that have had mold in their vans, and I think you got to keep the airflow happening with ventilation. As much as you can, don't have exposed raw materials like wood, like natural materials like wood, which mold will grow on very easily. And as much as you can, try to keep things dry. So if you spill some water, just don't leave it. Clean it, especially if it's, a fair amount. Now there's the products called Damp Rid and a bunch of other things you can get, which I've never used. And I'm in the Pacific Northwest where it's very moist, The humidity is often above 85% or 90%. So basically, that means that your chances of having condensation and moisture problems are definitely increased. But to be honest, in the whole 20 months or so that I've lived in a van, I have never had a problem with it. And I think a big part of it is because of, number one, ventilation. I've always had lots of ventilation. And number two is that I've always had fairly good insulation in my vans. And that's really important to reduce the condensation and possibilities of water growing in your walls. Got to have lots of insulation, or at least enough. Another important way to minimize the possibility of mold is to keep your van clean, and just don't have piles of stuff everywhere that you haven't seen the bottom of in 3 weeks. Everything in my van, I know where everything is, and I know that everything is dry, and spots that I do think could be potentially moist, I check every once in a while, and they're never moist. So yeah, it's really important to have a clean van with a minimal clutter, and I think that helps keep an eye on things and reduce the chances of mold growing. Another thing you can do to reduce the chance of mold and problems is to put holes in the bed platform of your van. So what I've done is I've taken, I went to Home Depot and I bought this circular doorknob cutting hole, like when you make a doorknob hole in a door. I don't know the exact word for it. Anyway, it's probably around 3 inches in diameter, and I made a huge amount of holes in this plywood, as much as I could do without risking the integrity of the plywood. And I just drilled and drilled and drilled and drilled and drilled. I think I have a video of that. And what that does is when you're sleeping, your body emanates heat, and it goes through the mattress. And if you don't have those holes there, you're going to build up condensation between the mattress and the plywood, which becomes moisture, and there grows mold. So one way to eliminate that is to have the holes in the plywood. Another way of doing it is to I actually looked at this. You can go to IKEA. You can buy these slats of little 2x4 things. Not 2x4. What are they? Probably 3/4 by I don't know how. Maybe 1.5 inches, and they're all tied together with this. I want to call it canvas material, but I don't think it's canvas. Some kind of cotton material. And they're all connected, and you can probably make a bed platform out of that. Or just use a futon frame or whatever that already has the slats built into it. Ultimately, I found it's cheaper just to buy the plywood and drill the holes. It does take more time to do that. So yeah, that's another way of reducing moisture and potential mold problems, is by having holes in your bed platform. So I just thought I'd touch on that issue, and I think that's a problem for a lot of van dwellers. Like I said, I've never had a problem with it myself, but I've always taken the steps I've mentioned in this video to prevent it, because having black mold in your van is really unhealthy. So I'm always on the lookout for new topics to discuss in my videos related to van dwelling. In the past, I've had kind of like philosophical topics as well. Like I've had, I don't know what they were, like why I left Christianity, a whole bunch of different things. And I have a whole bunch more that I could potentially talk about, like why I went vegan, lots of different things. But I've decided kind of to stick to the van dwelling thing, because I think that's what most people are interested in hearing. I could tell by the view count that people are more interested in what's going on with the van and the whole van scene more than full of philosophical stuff. So, having said that, if you have any ideas that I haven't recently covered that you would like to hear me address or hear my ideas on regarding living in a van or the van life or anything like that, please let me know in the comment section below. And I can't promise that I'm going to use the idea, but if it makes sense that it would be a logical thing and I know something about it, because sometimes, let's be honest, I don't know anything, and it's kind of foolish for me to talk about something I don't know anything about. So I won't be doing that. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I always appreciate your views, and I wish you a happy and pleasant evening.